to the Hungry Meeple, a podcast about making connections with friends and family through food and games. And today, our main game is gonna be Nassau. And Troy's actually brought us this game and a bunch of other things. So he's going to be the one driving the conversation for the most part today. But as always, we receive our guests with a drink. And Troy, what do we have here today?
Well, so I mean, we're playing a pirate themed game, Nassau. So we have Grog, which is
Yo ho ho.
well, it's and it's something that you hear at least that pirates drank. I don't know how true that would be, and it's still delicious.
It's
been a little
tasty.
While. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's surprisingly tasty.
So what's in it? What's in the grog? So you made it.
I made it. Yes. So the grog is rum, lime juice, brown sugar, and water.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And that's it.
I have to say that coming from the Caribbean, I'm from Puerto Rico, right? Sugar, right? We produce so much sugar cane type of sugar, right? Rum is the still spirit of choice in the Caribbean for the most part. And then lime, all those citrusy flavors. So that certainly seemed to be something that, I don't know if pirates had that. It would have been a drink that people would drink, especially in the summers of the Caribbean.
Yeah, and I mean the story. I don't know if I don't know how true it is, but the idea was that it's 4 ounces of water and 1 ounce of rum, so it's a lot of water to rum ratio. The idea that you're stretching the rum further, I don't know if that's true.
That makes sense.
But it makes sense, but I don't know. But that's the story when I was trying to find a pirate-themed drink, and the grog. And I'm like, I've heard of grog. I've heard of that. Everybody at least heard of it probably for stuff. And I was like, but then I saw water and rum and lime. I'm like, this is not going to be good. I think I made 2 drinks the first time, something different. I don't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as good as this.
No, it wasn't. Because
right.
I thought the grog was just going to be not
watery.
Yeah, watery, not very good. And it disappeared. So I think we've had some every time we've played because it's refreshing. The lime is nice. The sugar, like I said, brown sugar, it's a nice drink. I'd drink it anytime pretty much. I think just that it was available. Yeah, I'll have some of that. It's good.
It's very good.
Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
What kind of rum are you using this? A light rum or a dark?
It's a dark rum, but not a spiced rum.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
I don't think.
No. I'm just thinking, what's the difference? So dark rum is probably just aged in a barrel, and it gets that color and the vanilla too from the oaks and
Normally, with most of our drinks, we usually use a white rum.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's for us, for my wife and I. This one was a little bit different because we just don't use dark rum as much,
Right.
and still just really liked it.
Yeah.
I think we tried it with the spiced rum as well, and it wasn't as good.
Right.
So.
I guess you don't need it,
No.
because the lime and the brown sugar brings some of those molasses flavors to it. So nice. I do remember drinking a lot of it because it's like one of those light drinks that you don't realize, and all of a sudden it's gone. It's like, we just drank a gallon of rum. It's like, whoa.
Well, a gallon of grog. It would be 4 gallons of his gallon of rum, right?
Right. Yeah.
That would be a lot.
And you wouldn't remember drinking.
No, probably not.
Beautiful. Thank you, Troy, for making the grog great. Certainly, like you said, in any occasion, especially like summer, warm summer days. Oh man, thank you. And now that we have drink in hand, we can move on to table talk. In table talk, we just discussed, it's table talk like in a party. So let's start with what have you guys been playing lately? I'll kick it away, Andrew.
Been playing a lot of the games we brought back from Essen. Had a lot of fun going back to oldie modern art.
Right.
And in Essen, we picked up the Dice Tree version of it.
Yeah,
from Korea.
beautiful production.
And it comes with a little gavel and the stand for the
easel.
And
the easel.
We've had a lot of fun going back and doing some auctions with that. Playing some Medievalons, also from Essen, and a couple of the other small box games there. So, as we know from the Hall video there, we have a lot to go through. So
yeah.
Medieval was a hit. Everybody liked it.
Oh yeah,
great game.
And, yeah, Medievalons and Pili Pili.
Pili too.
Those two are probably the ones that and the Dust Bunny.
Yeah, those ones.
I can't even try.
Peluthas.
To pronounce it. Well, the Spanish one's a little easier.
Hit.
The Dust Bunnies, the Medievalons, and Pili Pili. I think we've played those three a bunch
every night that we get together.
Yeah, and so same as that. I haven't been able to get any of the couple bigger ones that we got out to the table yet. We just haven't. We had also played a lot of Spicy.
Oh, I want to get a copy of that one.
Yeah, my daughter played once and she really liked it, so she's wanted to play that one a few times. I got her a game called Happy Mochi.
Oh, right. You're looking for that one. So how do you like it?
It's fun. It's nice. I mean, you just play cards. Your cards have to be either bigger or smaller than the cards that were already played. But your cards they're next to each other, so kind of like Scout, where you can't move cards around.
Okay. Yeah.
And when you draw a card, you can put it wherever. So that kind of helps you make your decisions. So she likes that one, and then Duck and Cover, which we played at PAX a couple of years ago.
Yeah, not last year. The one before.
The year before that. Picked it up. It just came in a couple of days ago, and we've played that a few times too. She likes that one. She kicked our butts. Actually, she annihilated us. So mostly small box stuff from Essen. Couple newer small ones, but or even some older small ones. Nothing big recently, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely like to get some of the.
With the holidays coming, it's kind of tough to find the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. We pretty much have been playing together for the most part. I have to say that, excuse me for my cough. Again, with the holidays comes the holiday sickness. Modern art, such an amazing surprise. I mean, I've heard of it, right? I knew of the game, never have played it. People rave about it because it's an older Knizia game. But wow.
And it comes with coins with his face on them, which is
so
that version that you got.
You got the great copy.
Yeah.
If we'd have had more room, I probably would have picked up a couple of their games.
Right.
Because they definitely do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And I have one from before, but I would have considered that one if they had Trajan.
Oh
my goodness.
Right.
Next time. Next time, bring more than a backpack.
Right.
So get everything home.
2 carry-ons. But yeah, no, I was really surprised about how great that game is. We played it. I don't know why I was so surprised.
You just like the gavel.
I love the gavel. I love going like role playing. Being the auctioneer. But yeah, no, I just like I said, I don't know why I was so surprised that game was so good. And simple games. I think Knizia is the master of that. Taking very simple mechanism and putting them together without much fluff, right? So it has 4 types of auctions. That's what the game.
4 or 5. Something.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it, right?
True.
I mean, then you have the scoring mechanism at the end of every turn, and that really, I think, is where the flavor of that game comes from. The fact that you can see, this artist was popular before, and if I can make it to go popular again, right? So no, great game. Let's see, is there anything I've been playing that other than what you guys have said? I don't think so. I did get to play Battle of Hoth.
Oh yeah,
I
got to play that too.
We played it. We did the big one too, and then I played it again at that event that we did in Fredericksburg. Yeah, which is fun. I mean, I like that game a lot. I mean, I got a copy of it, right? So
well, they're on their way.
There we go. We go. Yeah.
Well, no, not yet, but they should be on the way pretty soon.
It's fun. It's not like we need more copies of the same game in the group, but that's because I play more with the kids. I think that being even a smaller board.
Yeah.
It means I can get it to the table a little bit more. And the fact that Star Wars is a plus.
Yeah.
I actually like the team version of that game pretty well. I mean, sometimes when you're doing teams like that, it can get a little bit like one person is doing the whole show or whatever, and the other person is just kind of, following along, but I think it worked out pretty well though.
Yeah, and we did 3-on-3.
We did 3-on-3
too, so we kind of modified it a little bit, and I think everybody still had.
Yeah,
it was pretty quick, which was I was a little bit surprised. I didn't play Memoir 44 much before. I tried it on BGA. I had no idea what I was doing. I thought it was going to be a longer game.
No,
so it's nice. It is, but even with 6 players, everything went smooth. We modified it to make it work, and everybody had fun. So that was kind of that's the important thing.
It is, absolutely. And I have to say, so I only have played the basic version of Memoir. So I don't know if the leaders, right? Because Battle of House have leaders, and just 3 extra cards are a little bit more powerful than the rest of the deck. And it's really nice because you have every side has 3 different leader decks, and you can choose. I really like that. I think that adds enough of a flavor from the movies. And it changes the game just a little bit to make it more, to make it, I don't want to say more fun, but certainly more Star Wars-y.
Yeah.
So.
And, expansions.
Right? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. The first thing, I would like to see a bigger board. Yeah. I'd like to see a bigger board. That's it. Maybe some, like, one more unit. If you give me, like, a little box with one more unit and a bigger board, so. That'd be fun. Thin box.
I mean, I guess they could make a bigger board just by
adding
because it's already flipped it over and it's the size for 2. They just kind of make a smaller second board.
Saying it's just as high, just a little bit thinner.
Yeah, so it'd be a little bit wider. It wouldn't be longer, but it'd be wider.
Right.
They could do that.
They could, and just give me a few. So. I'm sure they will, because money. Yeah. Beautiful. Anything else that you guys remember? Any other games? I have to say, going back to Pili Pili. Great game. I actually lent my copy to a friend after we played it. Oof. No, he brought it back. He was having some people over at his house, and so he was having some extended family coming over to his house for something. And his extended family were board gamers. And he said, do you have a game that I could bring, that I could show my friends? They are board gamers. And I say, hey, I have Pili Pili and I have Flip 7. And he took it for a couple of days. He brought it back. He said, Flip 7 they had already played, which is fine. Yeah. But Pili Pili, they never played. And they were looking to buy on the spot. Yeah.
Is it available in the U.S. yet? Or
I don't think so. I don't think so, yeah. No.
Grinch 7.
Yeah.
Played that.
I want to play that. Did you? Did you open your copy?
Yeah.
I've not played it.
I think I played it after Thanksgiving dinner with family. And then I think we played it recently. Did a game night here.
Okay. Yeah, the one that I missed.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, no, yeah. Cool. It's same game.
Right.
But it's still, I still like it.
It's great.
I still bought it.
Yeah.
And I'll still buy the next one if they have another one.
The Extreme.
I will buy that. Yeah. Flip 7. Is it Extreme or No Mercy?
Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know, but it looks fun.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll buy 20 copies and just hand them around. We'll pay you for it. So beautiful. No, like I said, Pili Pili is such a great find. That one we found in Madrid. Remember where you kind of were looking for something that was like a simple card game, and that kind of struck your for whatever reason stood out.
And right? Was that a recommendation from somebody at the store, or is it just something you came across?
I think so. They had tables that were there. They were set up and organized like by type of game. So that was on one of the small box card game, displays that they had. And I was looking for games that at least had something written in English, so I could get an idea. And I think the back of the
back, even though the rules didn't have English.
Yeah, the rules aren't in English, but the back of the box I think said something. So,
but then the
copy we wouldn't have seen it. Yeah, we wouldn't have seen it at Essen if we hadn't.
No,
even though it was there,
right?
We wouldn't have ever seen it. It was just on a shelf in their stuff, and
they weren't demoing it or anything. And I don't think it was a brand new game. Yeah, maybe that early that year or something. Yeah, it certainly wasn't the Essen release,
right?
Yeah,
so we would have missed it, I think. And everybody has loved it.
Right?
I mean, it's always been a good one. Yeah. So. And it plays 6, I think. So that's
6, yeah.
So. Even though we've played it a lot, I still don't think we've gone through all and seen all the different special cards that come out.
Right. So. The rules.
Right.
Yeah.
The rule of the.
There's a lot of those.
Rule of the round or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Round rules or whatever they call. There are a lot of those, and then some repeat, right? Just less cards or more cards, and very, very clever. I remember. So the friend that brought it back, he said that when he opened the game, and he said it's a trick taking game. His other friends, because the board gaming people, was like, another trick taking game. Like, how many more of these do we need? You know, but they were pleasantly surprised that they liked it, and this is good enough. Yeah. So together. So peely.
I'm sure if it does come out in the U.S., we'll have some people here that want a copy.
I'm sure
from our group.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Beautiful. So now we can move on to the main course, which today is Nassau. I don't know. You guys say it different. Nassau. I mean, it says Nassau. I don't know. It's French, right? It used to be a French colony.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most things were at one point, right?
Yeah. Either was Spanish. It said not Spanish, but
Nassau.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
It's fine. If you know how to pronounce it, write it in the comments with the pronunciation phonetic. Yeah.
Phonetics.
And
tell us.
Please tell us. Yeah. All right. So go ahead. Again, Troy picked this one for this episode. Tell us first. Tell us about Nassau and.
So I mean, I'm a little bit of a Feld fan. So I have a couple of his games.
A couple.
One or two. But I have almost all of them. And I have the city collection games. So every year or so, I get two more of the city collection games.
And the city collection is from Queen.
From Queen, yeah, and basically either a re-theme or a new game and new components and everything for either his old games that they've been re-releasing with a new theme or just brand new games. Right. So this one's kind of a combination because it's a re-implementation of an old game of Feld's Rum and Pirates. And I own that, but I've not actually played it.
Wow.
I've had it for years. And the way I understand it is that like this board here, which I mean, from Nassau is very similar to Rum and Pirates. And I've read the rules.
Whole game.
The whole game. Yeah. Okay. The whole Rum and Pirates game is pretty much like this part of Nassau. And then this part of Nassau is pretty much all brand new. Oh. So I've read the rules for Rum and Pirates before, and I kind of have an idea, and I definitely feel like this is what the gameplay would be like, but then it adds this whole element on it. And it's obviously Rum and Pirates is also pirate themed. Right. So it's not a re-theme, but re-implementation with a whole new thing added onto it. And it's fun. Yeah. I mean, I like it. And I mean, I like most of Feld games, if not all of them. There's probably a couple that I don't even know about that I haven't played. They're only in German or something.
Right. So give us an overview of Nassau. What do we do? We are pirates.
We are pirates, and in the city of Nassau, we are moving our pirates around through the streets to collect resources, essentially. Or resources are things that help us out in the second phase over here where we're out in the water. But you're moving your pirates around along the streets, and you're following the captain, or moving the captain, and that's how you get either resources or make your ship better, give you more weapons, let you sail further. So all of the different things that you're going to be doing with your actions over here, these help you make them better or give you the resources to be able to do them. But you only have a certain number of pirates, so you can only go so far when you're moving down the street. But you also need those pirates, potentially, when you're out sailing. So if you use too many of your pirates to collect resources, you may not be able to actually complete some of the tasks that you want to do once you get out in the water. So once you're done, though, you can pass, and the other people can keep going, putting out their pirates and collecting resources. You have to have enough pirates to make it between 2 points, so down a whole street for you to be able to collect. But once you're done, you pass, you pick a port that you want to sail out of. From Nassau, you get first choice of the bonuses that are there, and then you have to wait for everybody to finish in the city. Once that's done, everybody heads out into the water, and it's the same. It's similar where you can choose to take an action, pay a good for provisions to do whatever action you want to do, or you can pass and continue on back to Nassau. So you're coming back to your home port. But when you're out actually in the water, you can choose to fight some of the different monsters that are out there. You can take control of a tower or a village, and you're out collecting tokens or area, not area majority, but controlling areas on the board to either get you points or to get you some resources and things that you'll use when you come back. Collecting treasure that you can bury. So there's a few different things that you can do out here, about maybe 5 or 6. You can meet up with some other ships that are out there to either fight them or get goods from them. Mm-hmm. But once you're done, you pass and you come back and you go back and you can bury treasure if you have some and you want to. Sit by the campfire and tell stories over a bottle of rum, and then head on back to port and start it again.
Right.
And you do that 4 times.
Right.
And whoever has the most points wins.
Wins the game. That's
the game.
Right. Yeah. So let's start the conversation with this one. You were saying that the city part of it was its own game. Mm-hmm. And to some extent, it feels a little bit like that. It feels like 2 or up to 3 mini games kind of put together, right? What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, it definitely seems like you're playing one game to get to a different part of the other game. So that completely different like mechanics and everything of like this moving around, and then this is kind of like where you go out and do the scoring part. And so
sure,
like
yeah.
The prep.
Most of your points or all of your points are going to come from that side.
Come from over here. So it's like the prep game and then the execution game.
Yeah, because this is basically missing anything where you would be able to turn goods into points. And this is pretty much missing anything where you would get more goods for the most part,
right,
to be able to do actions. So it's...
And I don't mean that as a negative thing.
No.
Right? And just how it feels, right? And so
for this to be its own game, it would have had to have something
more. Extra.
It's got to be something that because I've never played it, that I just don't know what the extra is, because this wouldn't be its own game.
Yeah. Usually you collect resources and then transform those resources into points somehow, right?
And there's no way to do that here.
Right. So you could have a smaller mini game, maybe the Flying Dutchman or maybe the Sea Dog or something like that with those resources, and that could make a whole game.
Or places to go on this board that let you turn something into something else, which is probably what the other game has.
And hold on a second. And do you mind? Is there something pop up there? You see it? Oh, okay, never mind. Hopefully I didn't mess it up. All right, let's continue. So no. I agree, right? That it's a whole game, right? But because it's a mini game and a mini game and then another mini game, passing is so important in this game, right? Every time you pass, you become, if you're the first person to pass, you become the first person that's effectively the first player on the next stage, right? Which I thought is very interesting. You don't see that in very many games in which passing is such an important thing, because you want to make sure you get the good port on that one, or you want to make sure you're the first person to bury some treasure, or the first person here to extend from the captain, right?
Passing is expensive in this game, though.
Oh, how so?
Because when you pass, you're giving up a lot of opportunity to get more resources or whatever you need. So it's a hard decision because getting that one extra doubloon or a couple bottles of rum or whatever it is, the resources are tight. So yeah, you might get an advantage, but you're also giving up pretty significant opportunity cost to get that advantage. So.
Right. Yeah. Which is a juicy decision, really, that we have in this game that I really enjoy. Now let's talk about a little bit of the resources. So the resources that we have here, are that we can use over there are provisions, which is food, and I think they represent like whatever you need in the ship, right?
Sense.
Water, food, rum.
Yeah. You gotta be able to keep people moving.
Exactly.
If you can't feed them, you got to go back to port, which is what happens.
Right.
If
Right.
you,
So every position, every provision you have is an extra turn over on the
out in the water.
out
Yeah.
in the water. So
You can stay longer out there if you can feed people longer in your boat.
Right.
Yeah. You have actual. So if those are pirates, what are these called? Crewmen?
Crew, I think.
Yeah. So you have crew that you can get from here as well. And you have money, doubloons, which you can actually use in both areas. You have rum that you need for a couple of things here. And you also have go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, then there's some extra little things like the compass. It's not a contract. The agreement, I think, is what that's called. And the bombs.
Right. But you also have like weapons and things like that, which are not strictly speaking resources.
Right.
But you still, because you don't spend them, but you need them to use
abilities. They make your abilities more powerful.
Right.
Essentially.
So it's a little bit of an engine building, I guess. Yeah. So every ship. So we all start with a ship. And can we show the ship? Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. It's 2 pieces.
Yeah. That's okay. There we go. So this is the ship that everybody gets. I didn't realize that.
You gave me. You gave me part of.
I give you the blue one. Oh, I guess I can see it now. It's this. No, they're all the same except for the back. Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So if you own it, make sure you look at the back. So this is the ship that you get, where you have cargo holds here, some that are locked to begin with, and you can unlock. That's how you keep track of your stuff. So even you can't really just get everything. You are limited to a certain amount of resources. And it is also a little bit of player aid for the last part. And then here at the top, you can actually see the different weapons. Every ship starts with one hook, one cannon, harpoon,
saber,
cutlass, and a pistol. Right? Musket? No, musket is a big one. Yeah. So, and then you can, what you do is as you progress, you can get more harpoons, right? And so on and so forth. For example, really interesting mechanism. I really, really enjoy the way that this works. And then how you use it there. So let's go ahead. How do you use this when you want to fight something over there?
So when you want to, the different creatures or monsters that are out there, they each require a different weapon to be able to battle them. And the amount of damage you can attempt to inflict is based on the number of that weapon that you have, as well as the number of crew that you have to hold those weapons.
To man it,
to man the weapons. Yeah. So you could have 5 cutlasses, but if you only have 2 crew, you only have 2 swords you can use. Right. So
and the same thing is if you have 5 crew and 2 swords, then
you can still only use 2.
They're not going to pass it around.
Right. So there's a balance, but I mean, so each one has its own weapon that it needs to be able to attack it. Some of them they range from 1 to 4 or 5, 3 or 4. I think there's
maximum
a 5.
Yeah,
so there's even a 5 out there. So you can you attempt to damage it, and then it attempts to fight you back.
Right.
Of course. And so there's a chance that some of the damage that you attempt to inflict is going to be deflected or whatnot, and it can also damage you by causing you to lose crew, lose pets, lose anything essentially. Right. But if you've done enough, if you haven't done enough damage, your tokens stay there. It's still injured, and the next person to come along could actually finish it off. You still get benefits from attacking it, which is nice because it would not be fun if you didn't. So you still get the benefits, the rewards from an attack, but defeating it gives you end game rewards. So it adds to that. But someone can come along behind you and finish it off. And that's really it. You attempt to attack them. Hopefully, when it attacks you back, you draw some tokens out of the bag.
Roll some dice.
If any of its hits are good and you can't deflect them or it didn't miss, you roll dice to see if you can swerve out of the way. Which I think we just figured that out today. That's kind of the idea.
Because it's proportional to the number of crew you have and sails.
Sails are used to move across the board, and weapons are used to fight. So you use a number of dice equal to the number of sails that you have to
manned sails,
avoid, manned sails, to try to avoid getting hit. So I guess the idea is you're trying to get away, which is pretty cool. Actually, it's a neat
very
little,
thematic.
Neat little thematic theme that we didn't realize before.
Yeah, they're shooting at you. You're getting out of the way.
Yeah. So and hopefully, you do enough damage to take it as a points for the end of the, or as a potential points for end game scoring. But if not, each monster gives you points as well as
resources.
An instant reward, either resources, cards,
cargo, not treasure. Yeah.
Yep. So various things.
Yeah. What do you think of Andrew? What do you think of the combat in this game?
I think the combat pretty thematic. Nice way of doing it, where you can deploy as many weapons as you want, even if it's way more than what's needed, because you never know.
You're gonna,
some of your shots might miss or whatever, and then having it come back at you. Is you don't know what it's going to be hitting. Might knock the parrot off your head or take down your sails or whatnot. So I think it's one of the things that, like a lot of the stuff in this game, it's all the mechanism matches the theme very well, which I always like when it's not just kind of like a pasted on thing, but it actually makes sense with what the game's doing as the mechanic, as far as it's fitting with what a pirate ship would be doing out in the water.
And so we kind of moved into the sailing the Caribbean, I guess we could call it like that, because it's either that or a big lagoon in Nassau, which I didn't know. I think we're just sailing the Caribbean, right? And so when you sail the Caribbean, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 7 in our game, because we had the little expansion that came with the city collection. 7 things that you can do. One of them is fighting the monsters, which we talked about. The other one is you can take over an outpost.
Yeah.
Right. And that one, it's pretty good. That's the only one that actually you need pirates.
Right.
Not crewmen, because you literally are leaving someone on that place. Right. Yeah. So I left that guy there in that city somewhere. In the Caribbean, you get an immediate reward, and then when you sail out of Nassau, you can sail from out of those ports instead of so you can plan to go out of those places to cover other areas of the map a little bit quicker.
And you also get an ongoing reward too, right?
Right,
You get,
crates,
the ammo crates every turn, which is nice to have a automatic supply.
Yeah, no, that's really good. So certainly something that. When I placed that guy there, because it went well with my pet, because in this game you also have pets, because what's a pirate without a parrot? I could get 2 crates at the end of the game, at the end of the round, right, for free. Okay. Then towers. We haven't talked about the tower, so that is a little area control mini game.
You get control of the tower,
right?
And it's majority. I don't know exactly what you call it, because you put tokens out, and it's the same. It's like fighting, where you put them out equal to. You can put them out equal to the number of manned weapon of the particular type.
Tower. Yep.
Whatever the tower needs to defend.
Be defeated.
Or attack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if someone comes behind you, they have to put 1 more cube out there to be able to take it over from you. Right. And so, if you get knocked off of there, you get a couple victory points.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah. I remember. I think that's the part we were doing the first time we play.
Maybe
we didn't give them the victory points. And then at the end of every round, you get points.
2 points for each tower. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that got you a lot of points.
That's one of my favorite
16.
strategies.
Yeah, I've seen you do that a lot. Yeah.
Get a bunch of towers, and if you pair it with the turtle, you can double the points from them. Right. So you can rack up quite a bit. Actually, I'm not telling you this. Figure it out for yourself.
No, I was in the tower game this one time that we played it. Yeah, because I've seen you do it before successfully. So yeah. Then we have the villages, which is just how you get treasure. You go and ransack a village for their silverware. It's pretty much similar to this one. You don't need a person. All you need is every village has a required weapon.
Type of weapon.
Yeah. And then you get the treasure. You have to have a hold in your ship to carry the treasure before you bury it. The last thing you can do is you can visit the Old Man of the Sea, which is the black ship. And that one moves every round. It'll go to a different place. If you go there, he'll give you rum, and he'll give you other scoring opportunities through the cards, which we haven't talked about yet.
And you can buy.
For one doubloon, you can buy resources from that person.
Which changes every round.
Yeah, pretty cool. And finally, you can always just get the cards.
You can get some cards. Yeah, some objective cards.
Right.
And then, not finally.
Right.
Because
we have the Flying Dutchman. Go ahead.
Right. And so that one's, I like it, but I hate it because it's potential for a lot of points.
Right.
I love it. The Flying Dutchman is you attack him, and you get some rum for attacking him. Not sure how that works exactly, but you get rum for attacking him. But each round he requires a different weapon needed to attack him, and then he'll attack you back. Right. So your shots could miss, or he could damage you as well. But at the end of each round, whoever has done the most damage to him is going to win points for the round, and then one of that person's cubes go away from his damage counters, and all the rest of them move over for majority in the end game. So you take all the extra damage that's been done to him throughout the entire game, and there's end game majority. So you could take him out one round, get a bunch of points, and then come in third or fourth at the end because you never fought him again, but you're still racking up some good ones. I mean,
throughout.
Yeah, throughout, and without having to go back to him.
Right.
But it's up to 25 points at the end.
It's a big chunk of points.
So I mean, even just fighting him once or twice, you could get some good points, I think.
Right.
But his power ramps up as he goes, right? So he can do a pretty good number.
That's true. Yeah, every turn they start at 3.
Two.
3,
2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay.
First round you draw 2.
Okay.
So he attempts to hit you back twice in the first round, 3, 4, and then 5.
Right.
So yeah, in that fourth round, he could be taking out some serious parts of your ship.
Yeah, that's cool. I can imagine that just the ship blowing off
the pirates off of your shoulder.
Yeah, or
your mast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but you can pretty much lose anything on your ship, and if you can't lose it because it's printed on your board, then you lose points.
Yeah. So. That's true. I love the Flying Dutchman for whatever reason. Yeah, I just like going. Then the other thing that we didn't really speak about how to move around the board. This one you need manned sails, right? But then there are also one particular type of monsters, which are the Krakens. If you move through a space with a Kraken, there are 9 spaces here, right? The board is split into 9 spaces. If you move through, and you move 1 space for every manned sail that you have. Right. If you're trying to move through a place with a Kraken, you have to stop there. Right. You don't have to fight the Kraken, but you have to stop, right?
And you can move out on your next turn.
Right.
So you never had to fight him, but you just can't move past him in the same turn.
Yeah. Which it's like an automatic stop. Like a break. I don't know how I feel about that. I always want to move. I don't understand why that's like that.
I mean, the Kraken's the big monster idea. I mean,
I guess thematically understand why. Mechanically is what I'm like.
Well, mechanically, I think it's just to slow it down because otherwise you get 3 sails and you could just get to the other end and 1-2 turns, and now what's the point? Like
everybody can just go wherever they want
it. Yeah. So I think that just holds it back a little bit on being able to, or you have to go around, or you have to use that port because if you could just go 4, then you may never even worry about that because I could just go 4 from here instead of if I'm up there I skip the Kraken, or I can get to that guy with only 2 or whatever whatever your planning is, you can do that, and it just keeps it from too much movement, too easy movement.
No, I agree, but then it makes a little bit of a complication if you are trying. Let's say that for whatever, because at the beginning of the game you are given a random weapon, so you are immediately better at something, killing some monster, right? So if you are better at killing Krakens,
I think. Don't the easier monsters go?
Yes, they are.
So you don't have to worry about a level 5 Kraken being right outside.
No, what I mean is, I don't want to kill the Kraken.
Why not?
Because it slows down everybody else's.
Well, that I got nothing.
Slows you down too, though. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the one thing. Like you start removing Krakens out there, and now everybody's like, oh yes, a little bit easier for everybody.
So then the Kraken should be a little bit more valuable for end game scoring.
Yeah, is it? Yeah,
no, I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the only one
you're
thing.
because you're taking the hindrance away from everybody else. All right, I can see that.
Right.
I'll take some.
It's also one of the few ways to get the story cards too, though, which you need to do. Tell a story every turn, otherwise you lose points. So
there's some good points definitely some good points from that too.
So let's talk about that. So at the end of once somebody passes, there we go. Of course. Thank you.
So once somebody passes, we are heading back to home port. And the first stop is if you want to bury some treasure, which none of us seem to find that a very profitable venture.
Right.
I think it's very specific because to get the most points out of that, you need to bury your treasure in the specific order for the random card or the random token tile that you get. And if that particular resource isn't available in the first couple of places that you can reach, it almost seems pointless to try because it's also expensive to bury treasure.
You have to pay money.
To pay money to bury your treasure. I don't know. I think I've done a couple. I've buried a couple of things, and it's gotten a few points from it.
More opportunistic than anything else.
Yeah, you really need to either have those gems or treasure be right where they're gonna, like, oh, I need green then blue. All right, well, there's green and there's blue. It's a good opportunity. Or you have a lot of money, and you're like, okay, well, I've got 5 money, and I don't really have anything else to do with it. I'll get a couple of treasure and put them in there, and I'll get some points at the end of the game. Without having one of those, burying treasure, I don't know how well that works. I maybe it does, just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, I found it very kind of fiddly and convoluted the way you have to do it. Personally, I think it would be better if you didn't have to go in the specific order, and it was just your first one's 3, the second one's 3, whatever. But when it has to be this color first and then that color, then as Troy was saying, unless those things that randomly came out, kind of in the order that says there, then.
Yeah, I think that the points are a little bit too high for what you can get to be able to bury whatever you want. So if the points were adjusted, that would make sense. Or if it were cheaper to bury them, because as I said, money can be really tight, and to get 5 money to be able to put 3 of them out here, that's hard.
Yeah, not to mention that you may not even have a room on your ship.
Yeah, so I think either one of those two things would probably make it something I would try a little bit more. But that's the first thing you can do on your way back. Maybe somebody else has figured out a strategy for it, and it works better for them, and they got a bunch of points. I don't know.
Yeah.
But after that, on your next turn, you go to the campfire.
Campfire.
So where you sit around the campfire
and the beach.
And you pass around a bottle of rum.
That's right.
And for every bottle of rum that you pass around, you can tell up to 3 tales or 3 yarns.
That's right. Yeah.
And they're just different
cards.
They're different objectives that you just have to have whatever it shows. You don't actually have to give it up. So
Spend it. Yeah.
I need 2 rum to be able to tell this tale, and I get a point, or no, I get 4 points from it. So you can tell up to 3 per bottle of rum. And if you can't tell it because you don't have the resource, you can also just, tell a short story and just get 1 point.
BS your way around the campfire.
So you don't get the full points. I don't get the full 2 points or the full 4 points, but I get 1 point, which is still pretty important because after everybody's come back, we see who had the best stories, who got the most points from telling tales, and whoever got the most gets 5 extra points.
And if you don't have a tale to tell, then you'll lose 5 points.
And if you don't have a tale to tell, there's
or a rum twisters. To pass around,
right? Or a rum,
yeah, because you can't.
Then you can't tell any. So this is where passing can become strategic too, because if you wait to pass, you're giving up something in the next round. You're not going first. You may be going last, but you can see how many points other people got from their tales. So you're like, well, do I do this 4.1 now, or do I wait? Well, I see Ramon's got 9 points. I don't need to do my 4.1. I can do that next round or something. But whoever had told the best tales gets some extra points. And then after that, you come back to your home port, and we have villages that'll score your villages?
Outposts, I think.
Outposts. If you have damage on a monster that's still out in the water and hasn't been killed, you get some cards for that, some objective cards or some tails. And then the towers that you control give you 2 points for every tower that you control. So those are the 3 things. You bury treasure, you tail tails, and then you come back home and see how you're still doing out there in the water to get some points or to get some resources, card resources or whatever.
Yep. Ring sounds repeat. Overall, start with Andrew. In the pantheon of Feld games, where would you place this one?
I am not like the super Feld fan that Troy is, but I like it. It's probably one of the ones I'd play like anytime anybody wants to play this. I would definitely be in for it. So
I'll go second. Troy will go last. No, I love this one. I really enjoy Marrakesh.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one even more.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I like this more than Marrakesh too.
Yeah. So of all the city collections that I played, and we played Marrakesh, we played the Peru one as well.
Right.
Cusco.
Yeah, we've played a couple, a round or two at PAX usually.
Right, that's true too. We played the Himalayan one, which I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. I have to go back.
Like that one, it's like a race, and then things are pushing us from behind.
I'm drawing a blank for some
We were
reason.
moving, and anyway, we played this one at PAX, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so,
And so we played a few, and I'm pretty sure we played the whole one of that one.
We might have.
So I don't know if it's the theme or what, because I love the theme of Marrakesh, but Marrakesh didn't hit for me as much as this one, you know. Maybe just needed rum when we were playing Marrakesh. But I to me, top of his games. I really do enjoy Castles of Burgundy, and Castles of Burgundy may be easier to bring to the table.
Yeah,
and that may place it a little bit more, but I will tell you that I enjoy this more than I enjoy Castle of Burgundy, because Castle of Burgundy it's an abstract game. There's no, how can you, like, what's the theme of that game?
Your castle and your kingdom.
I'm castling.
All right.
This one, I was like, my pirates are going and ransacking the city of Nassau, and then we're going yo ho ho over the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah, it's very thematic. It's a lot of fun,
right?
Especially when you're wearing a pirate hat.
That's right. Yeah.
And the city the deluxe edition makes it even better.
Oh, absolutely. No, 100%. Look at this bottles of rum. Look at that.
I am not gonna say I like it more than Castles.
Okay, that's fair.
There are definitely some of his games that I like more, because he has a bunch.
Right.
It's not at the bottom. Mm-hmm. It's not at the top.
Okay.
And it's above middle.
Oh.
I think that, like for Castles, where this feels more thematic. This is, you haven't played the deluxe Castles though.
I have not.
Okay, well, that's true. So that's not part of the city collection.
Yeah, you got to do that,
and you've missed out on that. So you're missing that tactile feel, because I've got all the pieces, all the 3D pieces for that. But this is probably a little bit simpler too than Castles, especially when you think about all the science tokens, their technology tokens that Castles have. So where a lot of the basic parts of Castles are pretty easy. Then you're trying to add, okay, well, I've got 30 different tiles. What do they all do? But there's a lot more for this, for like when you have to explain it.
Castles.
Here. It feels like there's more, because you have all these different tokens and out here, and 2 boards and all this.
Setup here is
right. The setup and everything and the explanation, it feels like it's going to be harder.
Right.
But it's not.
Once you play the first round. Yep.
And then it just kind of, it goes. So
yep.
I think that, and then the nice player aid, which a lot of the newer ones have it, but I don't think we have a player aid like this. But there's only 6 actions. There are 7, when you're out here, and when over here, there's essentially only one action.
Right.
Move your pirate,
Right.
So you've got 8 total actions in the game, pretty much, depending on how you want to look at it.
Right.
so it's simpler too.
It is, yeah. So they put it like that, and I think that's also a draw for me.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, and where I love the longer games, or the ones that are a little bit more complex. Not everybody wants to play a 3-hour game, and so I like having games that they're not the filler card game, but they're not the 3-hour game that's going to take an hour to explain. This wouldn't even take that long to explain now either.
No,
I think we could teach somebody new.
Yeah, just go over
how to play it pretty quick.
Over the available actions.
Yeah,
it will take a little bit. It will take a whole turn for that to click in. Realizing where you do the actions and all that kind of stuff, and what you get here translate to what you do there and such. But
I think that this was an easier one to explain, even though it looks more.
Right. There's a lot. I mean, it's the whole board, the whole table is
and two boards and everything.
Yeah,
and it does have some unique stuff too. Like every pet does something different.
Yeah,
so you really have to look at the little cheat sheets to kind of see what's going on.
But I definitely like it. It's fun. I want to play Rum and Pirates just to play it, just to see, what is the difference. So I would love to do that. But there's 955 other games that also need to hit the table. Right. So I'm not sure if that'll be happening
just
soon.
from Essen alone.
Right. But my daughter's been wanting to play more, so that's kind of nice. I'm hoping. I mean, she asked to play at game night last night. She wanted me to bring a couple. In fact, I think I need to see if her Cards Against Humanity family edition
it's here. You're right. You left it last time.
She's like, ask him to bring it, and I was like, he's not gonna be there.
Yeah, sorry.
But she's been wanting to play more, so I mean, this probably isn't where she's at yet for what she'd enjoy. But I'm looking forward to being able to get some more complex ones to get to this point and see. So this will fit more of our group, I think.
Absolutely.
They would be more willing or interested in playing,
especially if it's already set up.
Yeah, the theme, the ease of play, for the number of actions. I think this would hit the table more than definitely some of his more complex ones, or ones that I may enjoy a little bit more. Bora Bora, Trajan, Castles. I mean, I really love those games. So this is up there. It's just below some of those.
Fair. Now, there's one thing that we didn't speak, and I really don't want to end our conversation without talking about it. The points. Getting points from this game, which is just like any other Feld game, everything gives you points, right? But I have to say that you can explain this game and you can know how to play it, and it will still take another 20 minutes understanding how you're going to make points, because it's a lot. That's the one thing that I'm like sometimes I do a lot in especially in Feld games. Like I find myself doing a lot of stuff that I enjoy, and then it's like, okay, wait, how do I make points?
Well,
like,
get your points.
That's for the next game.
But not everything.
You go out and do pirate stuff. You get points for it.
How you get the most points is for the next game. The first game is about it. Is just enjoy the mechanics.
But even the second or the third, I'm like, okay, so I'm doing this. So there are 6 different ways to get points in this game.
Man.
Right? The first one has something to do with the towers.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you put me on the spot now. I can't remember them exactly.
And
Control towers?
It's the number of towers times the number of crates or something.
I think it's the total number of crates times the number of towers you control.
Or the most crates on one. I say it feels
I don't
silly because I can't remember.
Maybe.
No, it's a lot of the stuff in this game is a multiplier. So
right.
Yes.
You can
so it's like number of crates by the number of towers, or the most of your biggest weapon by the number of weapons.
Right.
Number of that. So
most. I think it's or all of your monsters that you defeated times the number of different
times.
monsters
I remember that
you've defeated. Yep. Your gem one is just. I mean, if you bury them in the right order, it's it is a multiplier, but you get more if you buried them in the right order times the number that you buried. So if you don't bury them in the right order,
they still
give you something, but
it's the multiplier.
Yeah, it's still part of the multiplier, but it doesn't add to the sum that's being multiplied. For every crew and pet.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah,
and then extra stuff.
It's 1 point,
which is basically everything extra though too, which is nice. Cards and everything. So
yeah. So you see stuff like that. If I don't sit down and review this at the beginning of the game, I could be like focusing only on one type of monster because I have one type of weapon, right? and neither of those actually will give me a lot of points.
Well, one type of weapon can.
No,
because it's a different weapon.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, and same thing with the monsters, et cetera, et cetera. Even the towers, right? So you are really encouraged to have a bigger footprint, to do maybe focus on one thing, right? But everything else you almost wants to.
Yeah, essentially for all the scoring, you want to have deep on one thing,
but still diversified.
And diversified, but minimally on everything else. So it's like an L shape of
you can't focus you can't focus exclusively on one thing, but you can't also be being balanced across everything would also not be good.
Correct. Yeah. Which is something that, like I said, I really enjoy in my I think I think I have like a bad memory of I think it was like our second game or something of me having a lot of something, and I think it was a lot of weapons and scoring like 10 points. Like, oh, but I got so many weapons. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember you had a big diversity of weapons and a couple of each of them, but you didn't have a whole bunch of one of them.
A max for everything. Right. So, for one of them. Yeah.
So you had like 2 of everything instead of 5 of one and 1 of everything else, which is probably a huge swing in the multipliers.
And that let me, again, hit a lot of different monsters, but I never focus on a single one, which helped here but not here. Yeah. Right? So, yeah.
But it could also, that also lets you control more towers if you have more,
which I didn't do. But then,
or take
but for the towers, you need crates. And probably I messed up not getting enough crates.
So it seems like you can kind of go both ways. You can, if you do spread out, then you could possibly be scoring more in others. Yeah. You're not going to score high in all 6, but if you even if you spread out, you might not score high in all 6. You score in 3, and if you don't, you could score in the other 3. I don't know. Yeah, it's still fun.
It is fun. Yeah. It is a lot of fun.
Don't knock Mike Feld. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I mean, I'd say there's always, in most games, there's always a thing or two that'd be like, oh, it's a little bit, maybe I'd change this, but I'm also not a professional. I'm a professional player, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Board game player.
Right. No, and I wouldn't. I think we talked about it. It really is that the treasure, the one thing of this game that. I mean, for the most part, we've skipped it.
Yeah.
I was like, forgot about it. And you have to stop at Skull Island, So it seems like it should be an important part of the game. But, and there's no penalty for not bearing treasure.
No. So, yeah, I think that it's just about where those gems, for me, where those gems come out and can I get them close order to this. Right. Otherwise, if I need green and blue and the 3 closest gems are the ones I need at the end,
you could plan it because there's supposed to be one of every color in the first 6 areas.
Yeah.
So, but then because of the Krakens, you can't really at the beginning, first or second turn, you're not gonna get to 2 or 3 of them. Right. It'd be tough, right? So you have to get one and maybe another one in the 3rd turn or something, and then bury both at the same time.
Yeah, and if you were doing that and you focused on isn't there one of the monsters? Yeah, the ships, attacking the other ships, then maybe you get some extra ones to just be able to toss in there. But then it costs a lot of money, and money.
And this one important. Did you select?
I think it's out of the bag.
Oh, random.
Yeah,
I wish you could select the color. Maybe I don't know.
But money can be pretty important when you're coming into Nassau because it lets you take an extra turn, so you get to go twice in a row. Or move from the move off the boat and take the barge around the island there and come into a different area. So if you run out of money, you're going to be limited on what you can do here. And if you spent it all over there to bury, I mean, if they weren't in order, you're not getting a lot of points for them. So.
Right. And then you can use money also to get stuff from the Old Man of the Sea.
Oh, yeah.
So there are other options for you to use the money. That's the thing too. Right. That seemed to have a little bit of a better.
Return.
Return on investment. Sure. Yeah. So, but anyway, I will say, anything else you want to add, Senor Andres?
No, I think ready to play again.
Okay.
Whenever. Although we have a bunch of other stuff on the shelf.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to break out a game you've played a couple times and try strategies instead of just learning it or whatever.
Get somebody new to play.
That's right. Some old sucker, and so we can beat him.
Well, it's nice.
Hey, Steve, we miss you.
Well, it's nice to introduce, not specifically for this one, but like when it's a game that we can also play on BGA.
Right.
And we can introduce somebody to the physical copy. They can learn it. Now we can play with them on BGA. That's happened a few times recently in some games. I mean, I think it was last week. Mountain Goats and Pilly Pilly, because Pilly Pilly's
on BGA now. Yeah.
Or it's coming to BGA. I don't think.
No, Billy, we're playing it already. It's beta alpha one of the two. Okay.
But introduced Pete and his son to Mountain Goats.
Nate, yep.
And now Pete's playing Mountain Goats with us on BGA. So, it's nice to introduce people to a game that and you're a little familiar with, and if it's available on BGA too, that's great. But it's just that way more people know it, and if you want to play it again, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, what do you want to play? Oh, let's play that pirate game we played. All right, sure, I can break that out. That's fine. I can do that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Troy, thank you so much for making us play this terrible game. No.
Well, if that's the case, I got a few more city collection games we can.
We will. We have to continue that. Because especially games that you haven't played, that city collection needs to be played.
I had a couple of those already.
Yeah, that's fine. Again,
there's 2 more on their way.
Oh wow! Right, the ones we didn't get to play in Nissan.
Yeah.
Right. Beautiful. Again, thank you for bringing us out and for the grog. Grog was. You can bring this for any game. It doesn't have to be pirate theme.
I feel silly because I'd actually forgotten about it since the last time we played.
You forgot the grog? What do you mean?
No, like I'd forgotten that we made it, and just all of a sudden last night I was like, "Oh, we need grog."
We do, yeah.
And then I was like, "I love the grog." Like, why don't I?
I don't have any rum.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait, I don't have
Where's
any
the rum?
Why is where the rum's
gone?
gone? The rum is gone because we made so much. We made a whole bunch of grog for a few. And I was like, I don't have any rum. I need to have rum on hand so I can make grog and make it in a growler and have it in the fridge because it's tasty.
You could always tell me I got plenty of rum. I'm never low on rum.
Well, again, we normally have clear rum.
I have that
rum,
too.
So that's not white rum. So we don't have that one.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't give you the other one that I have. It's kind of expensive.
No, it's not grog rum. That's the whole point,
that's
right? You're mixing it with water.
Yep.
It's a special kind of rum.
Yeah.
No, I will. I'm gonna try to remember. It's just I made it.
Beautiful.
It's good.
I'll remind you, especially in the summer days.
Yes, absolutely. That'll the lime will be liming.
Beautiful. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you both for coming and playing this game. The experiencing this game with me. And until then, stay hungry for grog.
Yeah,
there we go.
I like it.
Cheers. You guys don't have any grog, just water.
That's good.
Cheers.